Nioh 3 has finally been revealed. I could not be any more excited. I was borderline tearing up watching this reveal.
Spirit stones.
Wait. No.
Stones imbued with humankind's never-ending dreams. Since time
is this what I think it is?
This power has been the impetus for human wars.
Nioh has a very close place to my heart. I started this entire channel when I was just a little kid posting Nioh rage videos. Granted, I didn't post anything for like 10 years after that, but those were my first videos that got any views. I absolutely love the Nioh games in general. In my opinion, they're the best Souls-like games, other than obviously the FromSoft ones themselves, in the entire Souls-like genre. There are a couple games that come close. Lies of P, for example, Kazan very recently. Both of those are incredible games, and others. Obviously, there's some that are pseudo Souls-likes. For example, Black Myth Wukong. That game could be up there with Nioh as well. But the series in general, for me personally, is the best Souls-like out there. But Nioh 3 is going to be taking this series to new heights that we haven't seen before in the previous games. The first, biggest, and most probably apparent thing is this game is going to have interconnected, open-ended areas. So it's going to be close and similar to an open world experience. Think the Elden Ring of the Nioh series is kind of what it seems like to me. And no, it's a little bit more niche of a series, but I'm hoping it has even 10% of that impact so more people get into this series. And this is a huge change because none of the Nioh games, as I mentioned, have had this before. And honestly, almost every Souls-like aside from Elden Ring isn't open world, or even if they have kind of open-ended areas, these open-ended areas are more filled with linear paths to go down, and it works really well based on the way the combat, based on the way the enemies and things like that work in Souls-likes in general. And a lot of these games, specifically the previous Nioh games, were mission-based, where you click on a specific mission that has a secluded area that you fight within, you go through, you fight the enemies, you get to the boss. When you get to the boss, you move on to the next area, or you move on to the next mission, and there's side missions and things like that, etc. So it's going to be very interesting to see what people think about this. There's not going to be any mounts or vehicles, so I don't know how big these open-ended areas are actually going to be, or how fast you're going to be able to move from one place to another within these areas in general. There's also going to be these things called hells scattered around the open world, which are going to have a lot harder enemies. It's going to be corrupted by the yokai, and apparently it's going to be very crucial to progression within the game. Maybe these kind of work like the missions worked within these areas, where you have a mission to go in one of these hells and then take out the boss or take out the yokai and then move on to the next one or move on to the next area, etc. They even have a system called the Living Artifact system that I think is going to work very similar to the Living Weapon or the Yokai Shift from the original Nioh, and it's pretty much going to be your big powerful form, but you're going to have multiple different one of these depending on if you're the samurai or you're the ninja. They're obviously going to be bringing things back like burst counters. In this game, burst counters is going to switch you from one form of combat to the other. They're going to have your ninjutsu, like I mentioned. They're going to have your omnio magic. They're even bringing back character customization, which they didn't have that in the first Nioh, but I'm extremely excited to make my character in this one. I might have to remake the boy William. They're also obviously bringing back the key pulse. This is a core mechanic to the Nioh series, and in my opinion, one of the best Souls-like mechanics because it's so good for promoting an aggressive playstyle. Basically what this is, if you're attacking an enemy, your stamina is reducing, you can hit a key pulse at the right time, and this is going to regenerate your stamina and allow you to keep attacking that enemy. A lot of other Souls-likes, when you run out of stamina, if you run all the way low, you'll get hit, you might have exhaustion, or you have to back up and play slow until your stamina regenerates to where you can go back in and get a few hits. If you play Nioh the correct way and you are able to use Key Pulse very efficiently, you can stay up on the boss or stay up on the enemies and keep attacking, and I absolutely love that mechanic. But what's really interesting here is only the samurai combat style is going to have access to the Key Pulse. The ninja supposedly doesn't have access to it at all. Instead, they have this missed dodge maneuver, so they're both going to play very differently. One is going to be more of that staying kind of further away and keeping your range, and again, using that mobility that you have with the ninja to fight your enemies, and the other with the being the samurai, is going to have more of that aggressive playstyle. So it's going to cater to more players, and the players that are going to be able to be very good at using both and switching at the right times are probably going to just absolutely crush the game and find ways to be the best players in the world. So there's obviously a lot here to be extremely excited about. If you're not a Nioh fan, or if you're a fan of the previous games, you're probably over the moon excited like I am. And there's a demo available right now. I couldn't find it on PlayStation, so last night I went on my computer and I found it on the PlayStation Store on my computer. So I added it to my library, and that's how I downloaded it on PlayStation. So if you're on PlayStation, you might have to do that if you can't find it. It's called, I believe, the Nioh Alpha Demo, or Nioh 3 Alpha Demo. So make sure you play it if you're interested in the game. I will be playing it. I will be reviewing the demo and talking about all of the stuff within the demo either tomorrow or the next day when I get that video live. So stay tuned for my impressions on that. I've also heard extremely good things so far about the Nioh demo, so that's a huge positive. Apparently it actually is packed full with content, which is awesome, so I cannot wait to play it. Let me know down below in the comments, have you played Nioh before? Have you not played it? Regardless, are you going to be playing the demo? Did the trailer get you excited for the game? Do the details of the open-ended interconnected world format get you excited about this game? Or did you like the missions a little bit better than more of an open world format? I would love to know all of that down below in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you're new to the channel, you like what you see here, please like and subscribe. And for my returning viewers, as always, thank you guys so much for the support. I'm trying to get videos every single day out for you guys. So please like this video if you like the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace!